Good morning, students. Hope all are doing good and fine, and you all did the eye exercise also. So, are you all following the classwork correctly? Every day, follow your classwork neatly and write all the answers correctly. Write the spellings, check your spellings, draw lines, everything should be followed neatly. Okay? Stay safe and healthy at home. Don't go outside. So, you are having writing work, reading work, everything. So don't waste your time. Use your time wisely for your studies. Today we are going to start new lesson in biology. So far we have completed 3 lessons in physics, 2 lesson in chemistry, and then 2 lesson in biology, which means we have completed 7 lessons in science. This is your 8th lesson, which is your plant physiology, unit 19, plant physiology. So all, like every time we start with the amazing fact. So here we have the amazing fact related to plants. So this is the world's smallest flowering plant, that is Ulphia globosa. So as you can see, this person is having that plant in his fingers. How small it is then, yes or no? So this is Ulphia globosa. It is the world's smallest flowering plant. So today we will start this lesson now. So we have so many plants in our world. So these animals, they go in search of food from one place to another, and they search for shelter, and their reproduction, everything will be done in one place. Yes or no? And do you think plants also will do like that? Are plants moving? One day it is in one place, another day it is in another location. Is it so? No. But you can see changes like this in touch me not plant and all, totta silingi. Have you heard this? So if you touch that, the leaves will be closing. And if you see the sunflower, it will always turns towards the sun. So all these, some external force is making it to do that. But unlike animals, this plant, they will not move from their place itself. They will be staying in one position only. From there itself, they will produce their own food, and all the reproduction and their nutrients gaining from the water, everything will be done present in one position itself. And they are very sensitive to external factors like light, gravity, and temperature. So that only we are going to learn. When plants are exposed to light, gravity, and temperature, what are the changes they are showing? That only we are going to discuss. That is plant physiology we are going to discuss in this lesson. First is tropism in plant. So tropism means unidirectional movement. What does this tropism mean? It is a unidirectional, means only one direction. It will be moving along in only one direction. That is, either the whole part of the plant will move, or otherwise the only a particular part of the plant will move towards the direction of stimuli. Stimuli means something which makes it to do that. Okay. Here we have different types of tropism. One is phototropism. So tropism means one directional movement. So phototropism means depending upon the light. Movement of a plant part towards light. Okay. For example, shoot of the plant. Only when you plant a seed in a sunlighting area where the sunlight is more, only then the plant part will try to come out of the ground, that is from the earth, small, it will start to grow, germinate. Yes or no? So shoot of a plant means what? The plant which is growing vertically, we call it as a shoot of the shoot part, means the stem part, the top part, we call it as a shoot. So it will be growing only with the help of sunlight. So phototropism means movement of a plant part towards sunlight. Second one is geotropism, with response to the gravity. If you take the root will not come out with the by seeing the sun. It will go deep inside because of its gravity. With response to the gravity, it will go. That we call it as geotropism. Next is third one is hydrotropism, movement of a plant or plant of a part of a plant towards water. Okay, if you are having more water, you do this. You would have seen this experiment. You have to take a container filled with sand, and then in one part of the sand you have to place a porous pot which is filled with water. and the other side of the container you are having a plant. The plant root will be moving in the direction towards water, which means it is responding to the water. That we call it as hydrotropism. Next is thigmotropism. Thigmo means movement of the plant part which is due to touching the support, which means climbing the vines. If you take this money plant, it will grow only if it is having any support. You have to give any support for that. That we call it as thigmotropism. Chemotropism, last one, means movement of a part of a plant in response to chemicals. That is, for example, growth of a pollen tube in response to a sugar present in stigma. So how the pollen tube in the flower will be growing? Depending upon the amount of sugar which is present in stigma. Okay. Next is this tropism. It is generally termed as positive if it grows towards the signal. For example, if you take phototropism, the shoot of the plant is growing towards the response to light, which is positive in nature. If it is doing oppositely, we say it as negative tropism. Okay, if it is always depending upon the signal only. For example, the shoot of the plant is positively phototropic, negatively geotropic. Why? The shoot is growing upward only, it will not go downwards. Therefore, negatively geotropic means it is negative to gravity and positive to sunlight. So, negatively geotropic, positively phototropic. Next, if you see this root shoot system, it is positively phototropic, just now we saw. But if you take the root system, it is positively geotropic. The root system is positively geotropic because it is growing towards the gravity, but negatively phototropic. It is not coming away from the gravity or from the earth's surface. So if it is positive means அதோட ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கணுமோ அந்த மாதிரி செஞ்சதுன்னா அது பாசிட்டிவ். அதுக்கு அகெயின்ஸ்டாக செஞ்சதுன்னா அது it is negative. Next is nastic movement. So first we saw tropic movement. Next we have is nastic movement. Nastic movement means they are non-directional. இப்போது ட்ராபிசமில் என்ன பார்த்தோம்? ட்ராபிக் மூமெண்ட்டில் யூனிடைரக்ஷனல்னால் ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் டைரக்ஷனில் தான் இந்த க்ரோத்து இல்லை ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் இருக்கும். நாஸ்டிக் மூமெண்ட்னா என்னதுமா? எப்படி வேணால் இருக்கலாம் மூமெண்ட், லெஃப்ட் ரைட், ரேண்டம்லி த மூமெண்ட் வில் பி. இட் இஸ் நான் டைரக்ஷனல். த பார்ட் ஆஃப் த பிளான்ட் ஆர் அ whole plant will be moving in a non-directional response depending upon the nature of stimuli. If you take based on the nature of stimuli, we have three types. One is photonasty, the other one is thigmonasty, other one is the thermonasty. First we have is photonasty. Photonasty means what? Nastic means non-directional movement, that is nasty. Photo means light. So for light response, the movements is non-directional. For example, if you take this in your house and all, they will be, you would have seen காலையில் 5 மணி பூ அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Morning 5 o'clock flower will be there, which will be blooming for some time, and then in the daytime it will be closing. Night time la it will bloom, and then in the daytime it will be closing. So it is responding to sunlight. Okay, here movement of part of a plant in response to light, example is Taraxum officinale. What is this ma? Taraxum officinale. It blooms in the morning and closes in the evening. Similarly, Ipomoea alba. This is Ipomoea alba, which is a moonflower, opens in the night and closes in the daytime. Okay, this is this Ipomoea alba. In the daytime it is closing, and in the morning time it is blooming. Next is thigmonasty. This is a movement of a part of a plant in response to touch. If you touch, it will show some changes. Very common example is touch me not plant. The scientific name for touch me not plant is Mimosa pudica. What it is? Mimosa pudica. It folds the leaves and droops when touched. Okay, so if you touch it, it will be closing. Okay, and this is also called as seismonasty. It is also called as seismonasty. Then here it is one interesting plant, which is a Venus flytrap plant. That is, it is present as a spectacular example for thigmonasty because it exhibits one of the fastest known nastic movement. எப்படின்னா ஒரு இன்செக்டை பார்த்துருச்சுன்னா it will act very quickly to catch that insect inside it. The scientific name for this Venus flytrap is Dione muscipula. Okay. It will be acting very quickly if it sees an insect. It will catch inside it. That plant we call it as Venus flytrap. Next is thermonasty, depending upon the temperature. Thermo means temperature. So movement of part of a plant is associated with a change of temperature. For example, tulip flowers. They will bloom as the temperature increases only they will bloom. As the temperature decreases, they will close slowly. Okay. This thermonasty. What is the difference between this tropic movement and nastic movement? So tropic movement, it is a unidirectional response to the stimulus. Nastic movement is non-directional response to the stimulus. Then growth dependent movement is tropic movement. Growth independent movement is nastic movement. This can be irreversible, more or less permanent only. The tropic movement more or less permanent and that cannot be reversed. But nastic movement is temporary and reversible because touch me not plant. If you touch for that time, for some time it will be closing. After some time it will open again because they are reversible. Then this tropic movement is found in all the plants and nastic movement is found only in specialized plants. And then in tropic movement it is a very slow action. Nastic movement, they are immediate action because Venus flytrap quickly catching. Only when you touch the Totacilingi plant, it is quickly changing, it is closing. So it is a immediate action. Next we are moving on to photosynthesis.